Happy lunch hour, gang. All right. Anybody know what Saturday is? I know, simple question, right? It's the first full day of summer. And considering how, for most of us, at least east of the Mississippi, how cold and wet our spring is, a little warm weather is going to be nice to bring in. Except it's all coming at once, all right? If you have been paying attention to the weather, okay, to see what's going on, we're about to get blasted. And there's some things we probably need to do just ahead of time here to be ready for it, okay? So to give you an idea, here it is, it's Wednesday lunch. Tomorrow, this heat dome is supposed to hit the Great Plains. So pretty much everywhere from the Rockies to the Mississippi, Canadian, well, all the way up into Canada, and all the way down to Texas. So the entire swath of the United States is going to get whacked with 90-degree plus temperatures and 90% humidity. It's going to feel like the freaking rainforest out there, okay? Come Friday, that's going to hit the Ohio River Valley, the Tennessee River Valley. I mean, basically Indiana, Kentucky, Memphis, through all the way up to, say, Western Pennsylvania. We're going to get it, okay? And then on the weekend, that's when the East Coast is just going to get hammered. I mean, New York City is expected to see 100-degree temperatures that they haven't seen in 15 years, okay? It's not a one-day thing. At least for me, these mid-90s are supposed to last at least a week, all right? And the high humidity is going to make it extremely uncomfortable to be outside. Okay, so you say, no problem. I'm going to sit in the house. It's cool. I can do whatever. But let's talk about some preparations that you can make before this all hits, all right? Because it's going to be miserable to be outside. Let's start with silly stuff. Silly stuff. When the heat gets up like this, air conditioners run like crazy in stores, office buildings, houses, and it puts a huge tax on the, not monetary, but taxes the system, the grid. So there's a very good possibility that some areas may see brownouts or complete blackouts. Power stations don't like the extreme heat. It makes it harder for them to work too. And depending on what goes on, all of a sudden you may be in a situation where you don't have air conditioning, okay? So I will give you this as something to do, to prep ahead of time, is if you've got solar generators, make sure they are all charged. You can charge them via AC too. Plug them into the wall and get them all charged. Make sure you've got a fan of some sort, a little desk fan or a stand-up oscillating fan or whatever. Good there. And then get some empty jugs, milk jugs or 2-liter soda bottles, juice bottles, whatever. Fill them up with water and freeze them, okay? Get yourself some ice for multiple reasons, okay? You may need to save your refrigerator, save your freezer somehow. If you've got some ice in there, you can use that to save your freezer, save your food. Okay. With the fans, you can also use that to have cold water, because if there's no power, guys, chances are you're having no water, whether you're on a well or whether you're on city water. Chances are you've got no water either. So at least that way you have cold, potable, drinkable water that you could use to keep the freezers cold, the refrigerator cold, or if you've got enough, you can get some of a towel wet and put it in front of a fan to get some cool air blowing through the house. Because People die in heat like this, guys. Okay, so there's one idea. Another good idea, depending on where you are and how good your rain has been lately, the day before this hits, go really, really heavily water your garden. You know how usually you say go down 2 knuckles? Go down 4. Get that water in deep into the soil, because this heat will kill your gardens really quick. You're going to need to have to water in heat like this daily. Just giving you that as a heads up. If you can get some of that deep water down deep so those roots can go even further going after the water, you have a better chance of saving your gardens. That being said, before this hits, go harvest any cold weather crops that you have, all right? As long as they're there, if they're close, grab them. Your cabbages, your broccolis, your cauliflowers, anything like that. They are not going to like 90-degree temperatures whatsoever. And the bugs are going to go after them like crazy because it's hot for bugs too. The bugs are looking for something that's got water. They're going after your vegetables, all right? So in order to save your garden, harvest that stuff, your lettuces, anything like that that you've still got that, hey, it's been growing great because it's been cool. We're turning this. I mean, literally, we're going to see temperatures increase on average about 20 degrees overnight. I mean, it's 71 here this morning. It's supposed to be 91 on Saturday or on Friday. Okay, I'll give you this as an idea. This is something just quick sourcing. Find where the local cooling center is, especially if you're in a city, okay, or even the suburbs. Those of us out in rural areas, maybe not so many places like this. But is it the high school gym? Is it the local library? What your municipality has set up as cooling centers where they will have emergency cooling. That's important. When this hits, check on your neighbors, especially if you've got elderly neighbors or if you've got neighbors with young kids, okay? Make sure that they're okay, because the last thing you want to do is wake up Sunday morning, Monday morning, all of a sudden, and there's police cars or an ambulance or a hearse out in front of your neighbor's house because the power went out, nobody thought about it, and somebody died of the heat, all right? Check on that. In regards to your pets, bring them in the house, okay? If you've got outdoor dogs, get them in the barn, the garage, somewhere if you are absolutely adamant against having them in the house. You imagine being out in 95-degree weather with a fur coat on, okay? Easy to keep an animal cool. Make sure they've got plenty of water. Taking water, putting it over their back, stuff like that, that will cool them off. Remember, dogs don't sweat, okay? They're panting. When you see that tongue starting to look like a steak coming out of their mouth, they're dehydrated. Get them plenty of water. Things you might want to pick up here if you're going to the store, want to grab this, go get some Gatorade or Powerade or G2 or whichever one you want. Get something like that. Get some electrolyte powders, okay? Those are things that are going to help you stave off dehydration, stay out of the heat, okay? If you've got to mow the lawn, the hell with your neighbors being asleep on Saturday morning. Get out and do it at 7 o'clock in the morning. Tough. You know, I can't believe you woke me up. I can't believe you're still sleeping, okay? Stay safe with this heat. The climate crazies will, of course, call it, oh my God, this is global warming. No, like I said at the top, it's the first day of summer, all right? We're coming into the hot times. We've had a real cool spring. Winter wasn't vicious, but this heat can really get you. This is time where a little bit of foresight, a little bit of thought ahead of time can save your life. Who knows what's going on in the rest of the world that we got to deal with? But this one we know is coming. It's no different than when they say there's a hurricane coming or there's tornadoes or thunderstorms or whatever, and you make your appropriate preparations. When something that is as deadly as heat is coming like this, plan accordingly, prep accordingly, and stay safe. Pinball out.